let's talk about Monster Hunter Wilds. The beta has recently came out and a lot of people have been playing it recently just to get their toes wet to see if the game is worth buying. And as a returning Monster Hunter player, I had to play it. So after putting in 12 hours, let's go through each section. But before we begin, if you like the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more weekly content. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to see this live, when I talk about this stuff live, go follow me on my Twitch. Links in the description below. Anyway, let's get into it. Starting off first is the weapons. I played the dual blades, but I did try out other weapons. And all the weapons, in my personal opinion, are very much so balanced. Some are clearly better than others, but that's just how a Monster Hunter game is. The weapons are fun to use. They still have their unique core mechanics, such as the dual blades with demon mode. A lot of the core mechanics within the weapons have stayed the same. However, a lot of the weapons either got a damage buff or a speed buff and some changes to the overall flow of the weapon. So I like how a lot of the weapons are balanced out, and so far a lot of the weapons have a unique identity. Moving on, we have the monsters. The monsters so far in the beta are very fun to fight against. Aggressive, they have unique patterns, they don't really stay still, and oftentimes they go crazy. Like hypothetically, if you wanted to group up with your buddies and go find a monster that is fun, there's plenty in the open world. And my biggest concern when it came to the monsters is how would some of them fit in the desert area? But a lot of them fit perfectly. Some utilize the environments to get advantages or recover, and I love seeing that. And sometimes you can use the environment against them, which is pretty cool. Next is the world / graphics. The game looks beautiful. I know a lot of people are saying, it doesn't look better than World. Or granted, a lot of those people had the game running at max settings with reshaders and texture packs. People gotta understand that this game hasn't fully released and we haven't seen the whole game yet. And if you know Monster Hunter games, as you progress, the areas get more and more graphically intensive and beautiful. So I would say hold off from comparing Monster Hunter Wilds area to Monster Hunter World's plethora of areas, because it's not a fair comparison. But overall, the atmosphere is great. The area is big enough to where it's not too big, but it's not too densely packed. It's just right. And before we get into the big thing, let's talk about the voice acting. The voice acting in Monster Hunter Wilds is really nice. I like how we have a voice protagonist in this because, hey, it's nice to have a protagonist that can talk. I think I'm kind of tired, and I think everybody else is kind of tired of the silent protag. We want to hear our character voices. It's nice. It's crisp and it just fits. Disregarding our character, there's a lot of other characters that have really nice voice actings. One of the best characters so far. Love her, need to see more of her. And plenty of others, which I'm very excited to see in the full release. Biggest thing, which I know a lot of people probably was waiting for, the character creation. I think the character creation is one of the biggest improvements in Monster Hunter. Not only is the character creator in depth, but it is massive. Like being able to customize the cheeks, the jawbone, and even the nose is something that Monster Hunter needed. And I'm glad that Capcom decided to expand on their character creator, because when you play Monster Hunter, you want a character that is unique to you, or maybe you just want to make Sephiroth, for example, or Squidward. Capcom has finally given people the option to make those characters very closely. I've seen Chad Squidward so many times in this game that is kind of scary. And that's pretty much gonna cover it. I'm not gonna cover the story because obviously it's the beta. There's very little story, especially in the beta. And I can't go over the customization because you can't craft yet. So I'm not gonna go over the weapon customizations nor the outfit customizations, because like I said, crafting isn't in the game yet. And that'll do it. This is my overall thoughts of Monster Hunter Wilds. Going off the top of my head, these are pure opinions, so this is how I'm currently feeling right now. I am loving it so far, and I would say if you love Monster Hunter, check this one out. But I will say this though, before I end the video, I can't end it off without addressing the big elephant in the room, which is performance issues. I know the performance issues are there. I know people are having graphical problems. The only reason why I haven't talked about it is because my system is running perfectly fine on it, so I won't give my thoughts on it because it's not fair. I can't say anything about how the game runs or any of the sort because I have a higher end PC. So my perspective on how the game runs will be vastly different for somebody who has a mid-range or low-range system. I'll leave that to the people who have the average system, because those people have the most unbiased view when it comes to performance. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe once again, and I hope you guys have a nice one.